not dominating, but has the highest percentage of, hours in living rooms, and is, increasingly threatening linear of all kinds as well as streaming. What's your audience's relationship to YouTube? How do you guys use it? How do you see it being part of the mix going forward?
So I'll start that off, and then Paul, if good by you, I'll tee you up on our consumer habits going into our big premium live events and how they watch things and where they watch it. WWE has over 110 million YouTube subscribers. We're the number 10 most subscribed to YouTube channel out there. That's not sports channel or sports-esque channel, that's just channels. So if you look at the things ahead of us, you have Coco Melon / Moonbug, you have Mr. Beast, you have Indian music channels, but there's no other sports league that's even close to where we are. What WWE, which is also, we think, quite dominant on all social media platforms, when traditional news wouldn't cover us because they looked down on what we did and didn't think it was newsworthy, we had to go find a way to make sure that our message got out there. So we were way ahead of the game, and this certainly predates me, on Twitter, now X, way ahead of the game on Instagram, way ahead of the game on YouTube. So if you look at our viewership on YouTube, it's supplemental to Netflix, Peacock, USA, the CW, and everything else that we do, and we think we're one of the only brands where it's that way. Paul, I know I teed it up, if you could talk about who watches what going into the big events, that'd be great.
Yeah, so as Nick said, all of those things that have the broader reach that people are watching just in their spare time, they're flipping through, it's feeding them an algorithm of things that they are interested in. That is where young folks are, but more and more, I think over time, as people get older and that technology is more familiar with them throughout their whole life, it's skewing through all ages. I sort of creatively look at YouTube and X and everything else as that's where we put our trailers. And when WWE, when we do what we do, the end of our events, sort of there's all these moments that create an emotional capture for people. And that's really what sticks with people. It's how you make them feel, not what you say or what you do, right? That's a Maya Angelou thing. But they remember how it makes them feel. But to take those moments, those feelings, the moments between our talent, whether verbal or action-oriented, to be able to capture that emotion for the 10,000, 15,000, 60,000 that are in attendance, and then put them out. When you're putting them in clip form on these things, you're not giving away the sport, you're not giving away what we do. They're like trailers. And it is, while people will consume a lot of our content in that manner, we're actually driving them back to the longer form content as well that they're already very familiar with. So when you see that clip that's of a moment that you think, man, I have to go back and watch that whole thing. It's a wonderful back and forth, and you can go there and relive those moments at any point in time.
If I could just add one thing onto that. Sure. Paul will often say, so NFL, obviously #1 sport in the United States, it's not even close. When people are going into the Super Bowl, they don't go back and watch the Super Bowl from 7 years ago. When we're going into WrestleMania, people will go back and watch WrestleMania from years ago, and we find that for all of our big events.
And we're not just a sport in that sense, where once you've seen it, it's done. We are entertainment. Our product is evergreen. The characters are generational. So Bruno Sammartino to Hulk Hogan to Macho Man Randy Savage to Austin to Rock, Taker, right? Cena.
Triple H.
To Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes and Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley now, right? Those characters resonate from generation to generation. What's wonderful about our product also is that families come together to watch it. Dads and moms bring their kids, grandparents bring their kids and their grandkids to these shows, and then they talk about who they watched. Oh, my day it was Bruno, and my day it was Hulk Hogan, right? And you can go back and capture those things. The product is evergreen. We are way more akin almost to the Rocky movie than we are to boxing as a sport, because you will go back and watch the Rocky movie 100 times because of the storytelling and the performances and the moments within that. Whereas a regular sport, unless it's something really spectacle, or you're just a massive boxing fan or whatever, you might go back and rewatch something, but very rare.